guys, my name is Nicole. I am a homeschool mom to a 7-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 1.5-year-old. Today I'm going to show you some fun things that we use in our homeschool for my 7-year-old and my 4-year-old to reinforce math and language arts skills that aren't necessarily a curriculum. They are for fun and for to create things, to mix things up and have things be a little bit more interesting. I'm going to start with language arts. The first thing we're using for my 4-year-old is Alphabet Go Fish. This is a super fun game. It helps with letter recognition, and it also has cute little animals on there and little objects so she can work on her early phonics and sounds as well. We also have Alphabet Bingo, similar in that it is teaching letter recognition and all of that. This is for 3+. It can have 2 to 4 players, so I can play this with both of my girls, and my older daughter can help try to make it be more exciting because big sister's doing it. We also, for my 7-year-old, we're working on writing a little bit, thinking a little bit outside of the box, as well as storytelling, coming up with ideas and expressing those ideas. Not always writing them down, sometimes having me write stuff down, sometimes her writing some things down, and sometimes just verbalizing her ideas and telling me. So what we use for that is we use story cubes. These are awesome little cubes. This is the action pack I got from Timberdoodle. You can get them a lot of places. But they're these fun little dice. Whoop, don't fall out. And I normally don't use all of them. So normally what I do is I pull out maybe 3. And we shake them around and we roll the dice, and they have little images on them. And she makes up a story with those images. And that has been a huge work on for her. She is just 7. She's coming from a public school that doesn't allow too much creativity. So this is a great way for her to come up with ideas for either just telling me a story, telling her sisters a story, or free writing. So those are awesome. We just purchased these. This is from Barefoot Books, Build a Story Card. Similar to story cubes, we actually bought 2 of these. So one is Space Quest and one is Magic Castles. I thought those would hit what both of my girls really like. One of them loves knights and dragons and all that, and the other one likes princesses and princes, and then they both love space and all of that, so that's fun. So this we have not used yet, but instead of kind of a little bit more abstract pictures and dice, they can make stories with these cool picture cards. And I think on the back it has some ideas, so you can have them put things in order, first, middle, last. You can have them come up with ideas. You can, for a story, you can have them work on social emotional learning and all of that. We will utilize all of these things, but we will also use these for creative writing and creative storytelling, because it doesn't always have to be written down on paper. My oldest is mildly dyslexic, and we are teaching her to tell a story and help express herself, but she doesn't always have to write it down. She can have me write it down. I can help her write it down. So those are 2 really fun things that we are utilizing for language arts. Now we have a lot of math fun items. This we got from Timberdoodle. This is called Tiny Polka Dots. It is math. We are using it for both girls, actually. If you can see, every number has has cards expressed in different ways. So it has 10 frame, it has polka dots, it has the actual number written out. And there are a lot of ideas for games in here. We have used this, and both girls have loved it. It's helping my 7-year-old with number sense. We can use it for adding and subtraction with her. And my 4-year-old, we can use it for counting. and number recognition and stuff like that. We have used it as a family, and it's been really fun. The age range says 3 to 8, and it says 1 to 6 players. I agree with that. This is great. You could probably go to even older if you come up with creative ideas. But there's ideas in here and then online as well. We are also using, this is from the dollar section. This is just Go Fish. It has numbers on it. We're working on number recognition. We're going to utilize some of that for adding and subtracting with my 7-year-old as well. Quickly pulling those numbers out and having her either add them up or subtract them or greater or less than whatever. We have a tiny pack of Dominos that is super fun. Same thing with my 7-year-old, adding, subtracting, greater or less than, and my 4-year-old counts the dots, matches them up. We're using this for 1-to-1 ratio and counting. We have a fun little box of these are just little Pom Pom puffies. We use these for counting 1-to-1 ratio with my 4-year-old. We use them all the time. I have a big thing. These are glass little marbly bead things, and we use these for both girls as well. And it's great because it is a smooth surface, so you can that's tactilely very nice. We also sometimes have been doing an estimation chart, teaching the girls how to estimate. So sometimes we can use this, or we can use some of this stuff. We can put candles or noodles or beans or rocks or whatever, and we put them in a clear jar, and the girls can guess how many items is in that jar, and it's great for number sense, and then they can count it out. We also have Tenzi. This is a dice game. Super fun. We got it from Timberdoodle as well for my 7-year-old. I'm sure I can utilize this for my 4-year-old. I haven't yet, but I am sure I can. This also goes with this. This is 77 ways to play Tenzi. We got this recently because this is so awesome. We wanted other ideas and other ways to play with this. We, of course, have Unifix Cubes, I think they're called. This is great for place value and number, 1-to-1 ratio, pattern with my 4-year-old, etc. Love that. In the dollar section, I got play money. It also has little items that you can pretend that that's how much they cost, and my oldest can tell me, give me the correct amount of money. We have Moby Kids. I think, is it junior or it's Moby Kids, and it has it's like Bananagram for math. So it has we keep them in the bags, but there's equals, plus, and minus little things, and then there is numbers. And again, great for both kids, and really like it. And the last thing we just purchased, and it is already a hit. I bought it for my 4-year-old, but my 7-year-old is using it a lot again. This is Fruit Fun Counters from Learning Resource. It's a bunch of fruit counters. They're rubber, but my dyslexic daughter likes tactile things and things that feel differently. So there are grapes, oranges, and they have bumps and grooves on them. There's lemons and bananas and apples. And we're actually using those for my 4-year-old for patterns and counting and 1-to-1, and we're using them for my 7-year-old as a manipulative for math. So when she's she's learning skip counting by 2s, she'll pull out 2 of her favorites and she'll say 2, and then she'll quietly say 3, 4, 5, 6. So it really helps her work on her numbers and her number sense with these. So those are some of the fun things we're using for language arts and math. I hope it's helpful. Always looking for fun ideas that gets the kids involved, and they think they're playing and not learning. So if you like this video and you'd like more like it, please like and subscribe and comment. Thanks.